are back. Browns franchise. In the last stream, we went through weeks 1 through 8, finishing with a 5-3 record. Won our first 2 games, lost our next 2, both by a field goal, which absolutely sucked. Then we go on a 3-game win streak with none of them being. The Bengals was close, but the other 2 not really. And then we simulate the Giants game and get blown out. So now we enter the back half of the schedule where we have a Week 14 bye, which I believe is the latest a bye week can go. So we're gonna be probably unprepared for, a lot of games. I mean, we have the latest bye. But what I do want to quickly check is league transactions and see any trade stuff that happened, because I don't necessarily know if we did any trades. So in week 8, the Panthers traded a 6th-round pick and cornerback Alfonso Avril to the Texans in return for cornerback Kenny Garrison. The Giants traded a 6th and a 5th for middle linebacker Demarius Ramsey and strong safety Terrion Johnson. And they traded Terrion Johnson for Demarius Ramsey. Week 7, the Ravens trade a 5th-round pick and wide receiver Terrell Dickens in return for left end Wes Mitchell. Week 5, the Colts trade left guard Devontae Rivers straight up for Texans right side linebacker Jonathan Gallery. Week 4, Cowboys trade a 6th-round pick and left outside linebacker Donald Edmond for left tackle Jermaine Molden. Week 3, the Eagles trade a 4th-round pick and right outside linebacker Mitchell Elliott in return for right guard Joe Harrison. Week 3, the Ravens trade a 7th and a 6th and right outside linebacker Otis Russell for wide receiver Gerald Borden. And in week 2, the Bengals trade a 6th and safety Terrion Johnson for right guard Philip Starron. So it looks like Terrion Johnson is just bouncing around from team to team. I mean, he got traded twice. But we have a chance to, make the playoffs again. We're 5-3. We lead our division, although our division is a lot closer than I would have liked it to be. We have $33 million cap room. Here are the negotiations we have. Frank Evans we just re-signed because we had a really bad guy. I already forgot his name, but he was a 69 overall corner, and we were not having him play. He basically just earned a roster spot because we would rather have the experience than, because he was on the team. We didn't want to just re-sign a cornerback 5. So we just kept him. I think it was like Tyrone Sweeney or something. Is that legit the guy I was just talking about who got getting traded? That ball came out, but luckily we recovered at the 18. Oh my gosh, my heart skipped a beat there. This is a big game. I mean, Texans are 4-4, so they are right around where we are. And we're competing with other teams, as you saw, Jets for 5-3, the Bills 7-1. It's going to be interesting to see if we can catch them. Good to know that Martin Cruz is doing well, though. Looks like Mac Lowry is now on a different team. Unless there's two M. Lowrys. As Damian Vernon takes it into the end zone. I do want to quickly check. Oh, medical center's here. We're not injured, so why did Kyle Rogers is healthy? I mean, Damian Vernon is the third down, so maybe that's why. Speaking of which, he earned himself an extension over Stanley Friedman. And what that came down to is the fact that Stanley Friedman is probably the better player. However, he plays significantly less, so the center Damian Vernon just played that whole sequence and did a good job. I think it's only fair. Already forcing a 3rd and 17. And they just have to throw it away. I doubt they fake it. I mean, they need 17 yards. It doesn't make much sense. But we aren't going to get the ball anyway, so. Chiefs really have sucked since losing Mahomes. That's crazy. 14-3. They drive down to get 14-10. They have the ball again. We stop them at the 1 yard line. I don't know who that was, but why were you playing off ball? Significant off ball as well. On the ball. Ready. Chris Reese manages to get open, which is huge because he's had a very quiet season. Speaking of, there he is again. Took a big hit, but I don't really like any of those first three. We had Mitch Pace, but we did not have time, which we were asking for a lot of time there, to be fair. That one we should have got, but I feel like the inexperience on the O-line is coming back to bite us, which is where guys like Harvey Brown, the fact that we're not going to re-sign him because we'd elect to go for younger guys, is definitely going to come into play. "40 seconds remaining. We're looking to make this the final significant drive. And Mitch Pace with 36 seconds left. So what I said went out the window. Doesn't look like they scored though. We're going to take the lead there. Kyle Rogers finally in the game. Was wondering, if he was actually injured. There goes Sebastian Watkins. Remember, he's a prime trade candidate. If there's even a team willing to offer. Kyle Rogers only having 6 carries is surprising. I mean, why? Battle with the zeros right there. I mean, they're talking a lot of shit to each other. We'll take it, but that is bogus.
Okay, right?
I'm not going to complain. That is not PI. (28-25). This game definitely living up to expectations, hopefully. And we're going to get sacked. However, I made sure to scramble so that way I for sure know that we can make this field goal. With 7 minutes to play, we lead by 6, 31-25. And with the ball, we have a chance to close this game out. And the clock's running for some reason. Well, we're just gonna sit here then. Kyle Rogers. Huge carry. That just probably put him over 100 yards. Like, it did, but like, I feel like that was his best chance of getting over 100. I mean, look at the running lane just open up all the way down to the 44. We went out of bounds, which absolutely sucks. That's honestly not bad, because now that allows us to throw the ball without really any consequences. Besides an interception, maybe. Or Dan Herbert just missing the wide open right dagger. But the fact that I've grown to, like, get used to that is insane. First down. And the first down I did, because this is a 55-yarder, which isn't a guarantee. However, I trust myself and Brett Franz, so. We're gonna sit. So all we have to do is hold X and they'll automatically do it. So we have no fear whatsoever. I even have my eyes closed. I know I can't verify that, but the kick is good. And we're gonna take a 34-25 lead. 9 points. We'll run the ball once. Stop padding. We were oh so close to scoring there. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have felt horrible, but it would have been funny. 250 yards, 3 touchdowns for Dan Herbert. I mean, not terrible. One interception. These two played a very similar game. Except their quarterback just played better. Barely, but did play better. Stanley Fryman got 5 carries. Not surprising. Receiving wise, Mitch Pace led in receptions. Chris Reese leads in yards. And Damian Vernon leads in touchdowns. And Mitch Pace. Nice to see Chris Reese finally getting involved. Harvey Brown, Cole Stanley allowing the sacks. Total tackles, 11 for Torrance, 9 for Cobb, 6 for Caldwell, who ended up getting injured. Let's hope that's short. Caldwell with 2 sacks, 1 for Whitfield and McCutcheon, half sack for Bautista and J.J. Harris. And the interception was Mike Sherman. Kicking, perfect. Punting, 58.5 average. The 34-25 win, very nice win. Joey Caldwell is fine because we didn't have an injury thing. The Raiders are 4-4. I'm gonna quickly check how good the Falcons and Saints are, okay, so we're gonna simulate this Raiders game. I'm sorry, Raiders. Oh, yep. Maybe not. Let's quickly check the Raiders. If they have both Mac Lowry and Brandon Baker, we'll go ahead and play this game. However, I'm not sure that they do anymore. They still have Brandon Baker. As you can see, Mac Lowry is not there. Sorry, Brandon Baker. Maybe we'll meet in the playoffs. Ooh, see, the Falcons are also kind of good, which sucks as well. I might have to do this one. Kyle Rogers, 173 yards and 4 touchdowns. It is week 11, so we do have this spotlight and focus player. Speaking of, in week 8, I don't remember if I did the thing. Safety, Enrique Peoples. Unfortunately, I don't think we need strong safety. Let's quickly check the roster before. As our starting left end, we got to replace Whitfield because we're not re-signing him. We need the money, and unfortunately, he just kind of lines up with, you know, moving on from. So I think that. How old is JP Zimmerman? Dude's 27. Dude, I know they keep talking about cutting him, but I don't see a reason to. Like, he's got 2 years left. I feel like we just let him play out his contract. Maybe even trade him. So I think we really just look at left end because I don't think we have much other positional needs. Besides maybe outside linebacker depth, and even then I don't think we do that. Russell has just passed Justice, so I think it's time we move on from Justice being that guy. What Russell kind of played it for, soon to be free. But yeah, let's just do left end. or right end. I mean, if we're able, what I don't think it's gonna say what picks we have, but if we're able to get Brandon Benjamin, we're not going to. Let's just make that clear. Alright, apparently all these edge rushers suck, so we're gonna do Nolan Mullins to just finish him off. And then we'll do these top two guys. And hopefully one of them is projected where they're going. I'm sorry, Falcons. Hopefully we win. 26-20 we do. Because this is a big game right here. Del Kirkland, don't know who you are. Short week, so Thursday Night Football. Beautiful game, I guess. Probably between, I wouldn't say the two best teams in the league, but definitely top 5. So I don't know. Insult opponent. We're gonna win them. We're gonna beat them. Go fuck yourself, Saints. I don't know who the other teams are. Maybe we're top 2. We're third behind the Bills. But I mean, this is a pretty tight race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 teams I'm not really a fan of. But this Saints game is going to mean a lot in terms of seeds because we're right behind the Bills. Right in front of all the teams I just named. Oh, this is Thanksgiving? This is a monumental game, though. We have to show out for the crowd. Way to get that ball out, Dan. Avoiding the sack. Oh, that's nice that Madden does the Cowboys and Lions on Thanksgiving. Maybe that is just an insane coincidence, but I'm hoping not. Down go. Oh, Kenny Allen's injured too. That's our QB, right? Yep. We pretty much just got a cakewalk. Assuming Kenny Allen is like injured. Diving for the first, just short of it. They're bringing up blitz. I'm gonna audible. I see that super. Oh, never mind. It was a fake blitz. Well, I audibled anyway, and it worked out well. Jerry Landry, that's a former guy for us as well. It's nice to see that he's doing well. They're playing dominant defense right now. I will give him that. I mean, they held us to a field goal on a goal line stand, so Granted, we threw the ball 3 times with Kyle Rogers as our running back, so I don't know what I was thinking. They do have a backup in, it looks like. So they are going to have to rely on their defense. The fact that Kyle Rogers did not get that first down is bullshit. I mean, that's right on the line. Come on. Jack June's struggling on the Jaguars. Don't know Jack June's former quarterback for us. But now we have Dan Herbert, who's so much better of a quarterback if you can't tell. I mean, he has not missed a single throw since drafting him. There's no doubt about that. The thing with Dan Herbert is accuracy issues. Big time. I mean, accuracy issues you cannot have as a starting quarterback. Miles Doherty gets injured. And we're probably going to decline his fifth-year option because of his accuracy issues. And they do have 3 timeouts. This is by no means game over yet. Oh boy. 4th and 7, you're saying to go for it? That should be in. Oh yeah, easy. Give Brett Franz the kicker of the year. I mean, come on. Who else are you going to give it to? Andrew Meyer played pretty well. If you don't know about Jack June, basically he's probably the best quarterback I've had on this series. I know who the best quarterback I've ever had is. Shout out to Nario Henson. Oh, and the Falcons. But, I mean, I don't remember any Bears franchise quarterbacks, so maybe. Second best for Jack June. But as it sounds like, it's not a very high bar. Cold opponent, we're going to shit on the Steelers. We've pulled away. I mean, the fact that the next closest team is 4.5 games behind us, we have pulled away. Oh, playoff picture. Where do we sit? Number 2. Bills sit at number 1. As it would stand, we'd play the 7th-seeded Texans. Didn't we beat the Bills earlier this season? Or is that a different stream I'm thinking of? Whoops. Not that. I mean, we beat the Colts. Looks like it's a different season because I don't see them here. But do we play them? Nope. Surprisingly enough, we don't play the Jets either. If you don't know, the Jets are my least favorite team to play against. Maybe the Ravens, because the Ravens we play the Ravens more than the Jets. But the Jets is always a game. I mean, we know each other. It is like, I'm gonna let my NFL casual show. It's like the Colts Patriots, because I know they used to be in the same division. I don't know when they switched. I'm gonna guess once, who was it, the Texans? So in like 2002, 2003 they switched. Like I said, let the casual show. But the Colts and Patriots, they have a rivalry. I wouldn't say it's much of a rivalry anymore because neither teams are what they used to be. I mean, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are gone, so. I think that's what we are. The interesting thing about the rivalry between us, though, is I feel like their rivalry consists of Brandon James, while ours consists of just team building. I feel like once Brandon James is gone, the rivalry's not going to be good anymore. I feel like it's going to go to whatever team Brandon James goes to, and I wouldn't really count that because he's only going to be there for a few years maximum. I mean, he's what, 35 now? Once he was like around the same time we drafted Jack June. Jake Moody. Glad to know he's still kicking it. He could very well be the final real player. Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is on the Colts, actually. Up to the 26, we got 19 seconds, 2 timeouts. Never say never, just say unlikely. The Colts are doing well for maybe several months. We're just gonna lob this one up, and I feel like there was some interference. Ay, Dan Herbert. What the fuck? Now there's a penalty. The Bears are struggling. That's surprising. Um, well, there's 2 seconds left, so we're just gonna go for it, because, I mean, there's 2 seconds left. The odds that they get a sack in 1 second, which they don't. That's why! Oh my gosh! This was not a great job. This was really Mitch Pace. Maybe Tevion Carter could have, but it got popped up. And Chris Reese. Dude, I feel like that happens once a series. Like Falcons franchise, Bears franchise, that's probably my best play I've ever had because that was a game winner. Damian Vernon. Field goal regardless. Hopefully. Let's not speak too soon. Go over an absolute beauty. I thought he was going to be amazing. Because in the first half of the season of last year, he sucked. Well, I wouldn't say sucked. He was serviceable. But that second half, he balled out. I'm talking about like 4 touchdown performances every week. He's getting player of the week every other week. I mean, I thought we had a franchise quarterback. I thought this was... But basically, I thought he was going to be that. Because quarterbacks, Jack June was like our first one. DTR we had for a year after the Deshaun Watson situation. Jack June was good. We could not afford him. Then Tyler Foster comes around and we draft Martin Cruz. Tyler Foster gets 2 years. I'm so glad we made that trade for him. He played 3 years, his first stint with us, which ended up going back up year 1. He was specifically so we could replace Martin or Jack June if there was not a quarterback I liked. We ended up rolling with him for 1 year as a starter. He did well. He won a Super Bowl. However, his stats said differently. He wasn't great. He wasn't bad by any means. DeJon Sermons would be a fun guy to bring back. He used to play for us. I'm interested to see what team, because I was going to sign Tyler Foster. I don't know if he legit retired or what, but I was legit, now that we're talking about, I'm going to re-sign him. And replace it by Isaiah Jacobs since he doesn't want to be here. Maybe he retired because he's like 34, 35 now, so he just ain't here. But what's the situation again? I mean, maybe we bring Andrew Booth up. Welcome on board, Andrew Booth. Get on the practice squad, you. I'm hoping someone signs you so I don't have to deal with you. I won't cut you because I want you to suffer on the practice squad, but you do not want to be here, so I'm gonna say bye. But yeah, Tyler Foster was good. Wasn't great, but he was good. I'm imagining Isaiah Jacobs. No, he didn't get signed. Wow. We then draft Martin Cruz. Let him sit a year behind Tyler Foster. Tyler Foster loses in his divisional round to, I'm pretty sure, the Jets. And we basically say, we have our quarterback now, Tyler. You did your job. You're a bridge quarterback. Send him on his way. And then a few years later, he signed with the Bengals to be their guy. Spends 3 years there. One is kind of a mixed backup, mixed starter. I don't know what was going on that year with them. Second year, he was the starter. And third year, he was the backup. He tests free agency again. This was in Martin Cruz's final year now, because this was the fifth year option. We decide, let's bring in Tyler Foster, because at this point, I was, same thing, we had the money for Martin Cruz. It was a Dan Herbert situation where you're playing like you are a starter, but a very low-end starter. So I decided, you know what? We're going to trade you away, trade him to the Bengals, where we got 3 firsts, 3 seconds, and the Bengals didn't even re-sign him. So basically, Tyler Foster has been on the team ever since, until this year where he didn't make the roster. However, if I knew how Isaiah Jacobs would have been, I would have given him a spot instead. But yeah, this is Dan Herbert's 3rd season now. Martin Cruz has been with the Bills ever since whenever. I don't remember. Basically when we got rid of him. He stayed that year with the Bengals, and then when he went to free agency, signed with the Bills, so Dan Herbert now in year 3 was a backup to Foster year 1. Year 2, we kept Foster around with the idea of, hey, if Dan Herbert struggles, we can always go back to Foster. Luckily Dan Herbert secured that job, although now hasn't really lasted. It's lasted, just not well. Because he still is a starter, but we're talking about replacing him. And we drafted a quarterback in the first, not to replace him, but to be a draft and trade, because I felt like he was so good we might as well. Now it's looking like he has a chance of being our starter. They get pressure every fucking play. Run the football. We're not going to entertain this idea anymore. We're running the damn football. A first down is huge. Anything but isn't. Well, it is. It depends on who you ask, really. My controller's down. We're taking the 2-minute warning. So yeah, Dan Herbert now in year 3 has not performed well compared to the expectations he set. Because if he would have played how he did last year, all year, I would understand. However, he balled out that second half, which made me think he just needed time to adjust. And now, it looks like he's having sophomore struggles. I don't know why their dude was so quite close, but alright, they have 1:52 timeouts. They need a touchdown. But yeah, now we're in a spot where we're looking at a year 4 do or die for him. Force him to stop. Make that clock run. We do not want him to get out of bounds. What a play. I mean, that was wide open. Oh. That was it. BJ Stevens is gonna end it. It ain't over yet, but it's damn near. A first down at any point. You're high. You're high. He's down. They do get 7 seconds back on the clock, and they had to use their timeout. And they left the outside wide open. Get down. I don't know if that's game since he went out of bounds. Dolphins just are duking it out. Patriots, Vikings also. Oh, it is game, I think. Oh, what team is Trevor Lawrence on, actually? Because this is not the Colts. He's on the Vikings. We need a first down, because... Well, we could just kick the field goal, but... I want to get a first down, so... Yep, there it is. And that puts him over 100. One kneel down is all it takes. Let's just watch that clock dwindle. Dwindle? Dwindle? It's Dwindle, right? But that honestly, we might have already clinched a playoff spot by division. I mean, we have popped off this season. What's the record? 11? Yeah, I mean, we clinched last week. Something ooh, new injury. Antoine Borden. That's what I get for being careless. And he's gonna be missing the wild card round. So we better hope we get the first round bye. Or else we're gonna be playing a playoff game without him. I mean, we always play these division games. But this is a huge game. Most definitely. Because like I said, first round bye is on the line. 4th and 1, we are going for this. It is like half a yard. I can understand if it's like pretty much 2 yards, but it is half of a yard. Not a yard, half of a yard. Harvey Brown's injured again. What do you know? The O-line get injured every fucking play. They brought pressure in. It worked. Ready. 4 for 7 for Kyle Rogers. This Bengals team is, they know what they are doing. Dan. Oh, we got a safety. There's no way we're about to take a 5-2 or 5-0 lead. I mean, if we score a touchdown, that'd be a 2-touchdown game, so I am all for that. And Chris Reese is going to do that on a 41-yard play. When we make the extra point, that is. Alright, 2-touchdown game. Alright, 1-touchdown game. Calling us short there is actually insane. I don't think anyone's going to be open. I think we go for this. If they wanted to give any other play besides a run play, because now we're going to have to burn a timeout pretty much. If we even get it, which we don't. Their guy was wide open. Oh, we're actually gonna lose. That me going for it there is gonna cost us. I lost the 50-50. You saw me go right for that run. They went left. I'm actually gonna back off with Jamie Cobb. And why it switched on 34 or whoever it was, I don't know. Although we control our destiny right now. I mean, both teams do. Kyle Rogers, Art. Way to make up for that. And we do get the 2-point conversion. So with 2:35 remaining in this game, down 7, they need to go 80 yards. And they already get 28 of them in one play. Maybe blitzing was not the smartest idea. In 2 plays, they're at the 32-yard line. They've gotten over half the yards they need. They're smart. They know the time. They know the timeouts. They are going to let the clock tick down. They want this to be the final drive. Win, lose, draw. Well, draw wouldn't really matter in this situation because it go to overtime. B.J. Stevens, a bad throw by them results in an interception. And now we control the game fully. All we need is a first down. They need to stop us and then score on their own. Oh, and it's open. $28 to 3. Wonder where I've seen that before. Alright, and that's it. That took like 5 seconds off the clock. And there it is. What sucks is we need the Bills. I don't know the tiebreaker scenario since we haven't played them at all. We need the Bills to lose at least one. What's going on? Jaguars, this could be my final time playing Jack June, but if it was week 18 I'd play it, but it's not, so. And this is the game. We are the 1 seed. We control our destiny. But we do have a tough game, the 10-6 Buccaneers. We also have a second path where the Bills can lose. But the Bills are in an even weirder situation because they haven't even locked up their division yet. If they lose and the Dolphins win, well, that division goes to Miami. One team gets the 2 seed, the other team gets the 5 seed. There's no other way around that. The Colts are locked in at the 3 no matter what. The Raiders are locked in at the 4 no matter what. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. So if the Texans and Jets control their destiny, they win, they're in. The Titans need some help. They need to win, and either the Texans or the Jets need to lose. But ours is simple: win or Bills loss. And I mean, it would be even better if the Dolphins Bills played each other. Oh, the Jets are in. The Jets locked up their spot because the Texans and the Titans are playing for their spot. So the Jets are in, they're just not confirmed in a seed yet. Texans and Titans, winner in, loser out. Actually, I don't know, maybe. Maybe if the Jets and Texans lose, I feel like maybe it give the Texans a tiebreaker. So maybe the Jets aren't in yet. I don't see either of the team. Oh, Dolphins play Vikings, Bills play Bengals. Come on, Bengals. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to be the 2 seed, even if like at worst. So I shouldn't really be complaining. However, it's the value of a bye and home field advantage that makes this game even bigger. The Bills win, so the pressure's on us. Miami's locked in at the 5 seed after that. Right. What's it going to be? Be the 1 or the 2 seed going into the playoffs? Dan Herbert actually hit that pass for us. I'm also curious to see if Chris Reese is able to... So I know he was quiet early on, but I feel like he's really turned it on later on in this season. I'm curious to see if he will eclipse 1K. They dropped, I guess, Joey Caldwell diving, distracting him. 5 yards, it doesn't make sense for them to go for it. I mean, I don't know how the NFC is, but they went for it. Because maybe 10-7 is not good enough for a playoff spot in the NFC. 10-7 would be good enough to be one of the higher seeds in the AFC. Chris Reese, I think, nah, he didn't burn his man. I thought he did. Dan Herbert's 3 for 12. Yeah, Herbert, you are looking at a world of hurt right now. Doesn't get the first. However, it is enough for field goal range. And it's right down the middle. They do score right before half, and they are marching down the field now, so they are not going out without a fight. And we got destroyed. I felt like I played that very well. Unfortunately, we weren't able to keep up with their man. Oh, Jamie Crawford just got destroyed. Luckily, we had reinforcements. Down he goes, Terrence Whitfield. And what will be his final regular season game as a Cleveland Browns. For now, I mean, there's a chance when he's 35 and like a 70 overall, we bring him back. Although I don't think he'd be that bad. I think he'd be like an 80 something, high 70 at worst. At that point. How do the wind conditions line up? Apparently we just automatically punted, which I guess makes sense. And with under 2 minutes remaining, we're chewing this clock. We know the situation. Oh boy. Miss, we're going to be smart and take the points. It is inches, I know. And I have confidence I could convert. But it is not 100% confidence. And in this scenario, I need 100%. They need a field goal. They have a minute 48 and 2 timeouts, so they have a blessed situation. Nice play. They do convert. However, it is not for a lot. That's what we need to do. We need these plays that'll take time off the clock. And Paul McCollum is going to get the interception that will probably secure us the 1 seed. And why? Because he's slot corner 2. He's earned it. I'm giving him respect for that now. In situations where we have 3 corners, he will play slot and be that 4th one. But we are inches away from going to the 1 seed, getting that first round bye. And there it is. 2 kneels down is all it takes. Jets, with their game, they're going to secure a spot in the playoffs. No matter what happens with the Texans-Titans. The Texans and Titans, however, should be very fun. because that's a division game, and one of them's going home. There it is. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cardinals won 21-14 against the Broncos, in case you care. The best record in the entire league. I mean, we did not lose a single game this stream, I don't think. Well, let's look at the breakout. Did we get it? I mean, they only scored 10 points. Ed Palmer. Star dev now. And our D line room is amazing. We'll go to the wild card round. Obviously, we have the bye. But Titans did defeat the Texans. I don't know what the score was, but it was enough to clinch them a spot. Looking over in the other conference, it looks like the Buccaneers didn't really matter. They still ended up with the 6th seed. The Bears turned their season around. They were 5-6 at one point. They ended at the 3 seed. But if you were to ask me who I'm afraid of, the Jets. They're the first and only name that comes to mind right now. They are always an issue. I do want to quickly check to see the Titans Texans schedule. Was it a close game? Blowout 42-32, so congratulations Tennessee on making it in. And in the next stream, we will go through however many playoff games we have. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. But Joey Caldwell did end with 25 sacks. 25 sacks. That is a record by a mile. Kyle Rogers, just short of 1,900 yards and 20 touchdowns. Oh, we are a good-ass team. I do want to quickly check stats. Just to be clear, when I check stats, that means stats. I'm not checking awards. I'm just checking exclusively my team. Dan Herbert, 60% completion percentage is not good. You want to get high 60s to low 70s is like the average. 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, also not good. 3,600 yards. Kyle Rogers, 111.1 yards per game. Receiving, Chris Reese, a way to turn the season around. 960 yards and 5 touchdowns. Wasn't 1,000, but I mean, considering he was at 390, I mean, he did a lot. He was just short. Devion Carter as well. Mitch Pace really sucked. Mitch Pace was at he only got 200 yards the remainder of the year. But this is interesting. This is, I want to say, our first year in a while without a 1K receiver. Mitch Pace did have 8 touchdowns, though. And Sebastian Watkins, surprisingly, had a pretty productive year. I mean, this is like peak Khalil Hickman. And he did this in his first year as a starter. I want to say Khalil Hickman, the most he ever got was 570. So the fact that, and that was I think he only had 2 years over 500 yards. Blocking, 10 for Cole Stanley is actually a huge improvement considering what we usually do. Very solid job by all of these guys. Cole Stanley, 10 is a lot, but it's manageable. Total tackles 133. I don't know why Antonio Torrance isn't number 1 then, because I thought tackles was 121. 96 for Jamie Cobbs, just short of 2 100-yarders. Total sacks, we already know 25.5 for Caldwell, 14.5 for Whitfield. Then a huge drop off, 6 for J.J. Harris and Pat Boone. Interceptions, 4 for Mike Sherman, 3 for Jamie Rhodes, 2 for B.J. Stevens, 1 for Paul McCollum. Kicking, Brett Franz was perfect with his long being 61. He was 100. He deserves Kicker of the Year, unless someone played better. 53.5 average for Corey Gallery. Returning doesn't really matter because we normally suck at those anyway. But yeah, we led the league in tackles with 133. So I don't know why I didn't say that. Or maybe it didn't, I just missed it. No, it says 121. Oh, I guess it sorts by solo tackles. A total tackles we led in. So. How many solo tackles did Sir get? 97 solo, so he was right up there. I mean, the most was like 101 or something. One, two, three, four, five. He was 6. So yeah, but that is going to do it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did.